You know that feeling when you're juggling groceries, picking up toys, replying to texts, trying to remember if the oven's still on, and wondering why you're so damn exhausted all the time? The truth is, running a household is a full-time job. And when there's no house manager to handle it, the hidden costs start piling up. Not in dollars, but in time, energy, and your sanity. Let's unpack what you're paying for when you don't have someone running your home behind the scenes. Time. It disappears faster than socks in the dryer. You plan to get ahead, perhaps squeezing in a workout or reading a book. But before you know it, you're knee-deep in laundry, calling the plumber, restocking the pantry, and trying to figure out who left the fridge open. Without a house manager, those small tasks accumulate. Chores don't just take up space in your calendar, they take up mental space. You're playing the role of project manager every day, except you're not getting paid or thanked. A house manager takes those quick jobs off your plate, giving you actual hours back. Not for more work, for life. Ever notice how it's not the big things that burn you out? It's the never-ending list in your head. Book the cleaner. Buy more toothpaste. Organise a birthday present. Fix the leak. Find the school note. Call the energy provider. Repeat. This is the invisible load. Mental admin you carry all day, every day. And it's exhausting. A house manager becomes the human buffer between you and that constant mental noise. They remember the details, follow up on the tradies, and manage the calendar. You get to be present instead of running a to-do list in the back of your mind 24/7. By the end of the day, how much energy do you have left? Most people drag themselves to bed, wondering why they're wrecked. It's not just work. It's not just the kids. It's managing the entire engine room of the home. Without a house manager, you're not just doing tasks. You're thinking about tasks, planning them, replanning them when something goes wrong, and running on empty. With a house manager, you're no longer the one constantly fixing things, checking things, and juggling everything. That means more energy left for actual connection, family, fun, or just a long overdue nap. Let's call them what they are: the hidden costs, missed opportunities. Time you could have spent growing your business, investing in your health, or relaxing, but didn't. Emotional burnout. That edge you're constantly living on. That stress wearing you down day by day. Relationship strain. When you're too tired to talk, too busy to listen, or too overwhelmed to be present, it significantly affects your relationships. Well-being decline. Long-term stress can impact your immune system, sleep, and even your mood. It adds up quietly, but surely. A house manager isn't a nice-to-have. They're a protective buffer against these costs. They keep things flowing so you're not always firefighting. So let's get specific. What does a house manager do? Think of them as your behind-the-scenes operations manager. Their job might include coordinating cleaners, gardeners, and tradies, scheduling appointments and follow-ups, meal planning and grocery organising, monitoring bills and household maintenance, decluttering, organising and handling errands, and making sure nothing falls through the cracks. They're not just ticking boxes, they're giving your household rhythm. And with rhythm comes calm. This isn't about being lazy or outsourcing your life. It's about valuing your time, your focus, your peace. Imagine walking into a home that works. No piles of paper to sort, no last-minute scrambles, no forgotten jobs. Just a home that supports you. Hiring a house manager is less about cleaning and more about clarity. It's about giving yourself room to breathe and finally saying no to being the one who holds it all together every single day. If your time matters, your energy is precious and your stress levels are through the roof, then you're already paying for not having a house manager. So here's the question. What would change if you didn't have to carry it all? Let Clean House Melbourne help take that weight off. We'll manage your home so that you can manage your life.